Telling this story still gives me the creeps. Approximately 9 months prior, in late July, my family and I took a vacation to a location in Virginia. We have been visiting the same location for 5 consecutive years. In the middle of the night, I woke up to a light tapping at the window opposite the bed where my brother and I were sleeping. The room was fairly spacious, with the bed positioned in the middle of the wall and 2 smaller closets flanking it on my side. Next to the closet in the far left corner of the room from the bed, there was a window with a TV next to it. Prior to my bedtime, I had switched on soft rain sounds on the television, which played faintly in the background as I sat up in bed, feeling exhausted and drained. The knocking intensified into heavy thuds, causing my heart to race and my palms to become sweaty. From the noise, I was convinced that there was a person, or maybe even an object, outside the window, tapping on it. This seemed likely since the room was located on the first floor, close to the building's entrance. Glancing at the alarm clock on my nightstand, I came to the conclusion that it was highly impractical. It was 3:15, of course it was. Why wouldn't I wake up at that time with tapping on the window and this dreadful feeling in my stomach? I don't know how I overlooked it, as she was right beside it. Next to the window, or more accurately, slightly in front of it, sat a girl with lengthy, drenched, dark hair flowing over her face and body, effectively concealing her entire form due to its length. She had a ragged white dress that reached down to the ground. I was unable to spot any limbs whatsoever. She made me think of the girl from The Ring. Simply more realistic and less like television. I spent about 10 seconds simply staring at her, hoping and praying that what I was experiencing was just a twisted dream that I would soon snap out of. The panic had not yet begun to take hold. Upon noticing she remained stationary and inactive, I crept under the blankets, holding back tears of fright. I was 14 years old at the time, not exactly young, but not quite old either, so it was quite understandable to be afraid. After taking some deep breaths and psyching myself up to take another look, she had disappeared. She simply disappeared. The tapping on the window continued without stopping. If anything, it became slightly louder. After a few minutes of me sitting there, staring at the place where the girl had been, it began to rain. I woke my large brother up, nearly in tears from how frightened I was. I informed him of what I witnessed, trembling with fear as I spoke. He simply nodded, mostly still in slumber. Currently, he is not significantly younger than myself, at the age of 12, but he proved to be quite unhelpful when I brought up the tapping on the window. He instructed me to wake up Mom and complain to her, but I refused. Frustrated, he begged me to simply increase the volume on the TV and go back to sleep. I did, and even now I still remember that girl, standing by that window, like it was yesterday. The thought of returning to that room this year brings back the fear I experienced that night. Thanks for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed this story, and don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you never miss an update. Share your own scary encounters in the comments below. We love hearing from you. Until next time, stay scared and keep the chills coming, right here on Scary Numbness.